Niceness feels safe, it feels moral, it feels like the right way to live. But Machiavelli saw something most people refuse to accept. Niceness is one of the fastest ways to lose power, not because kindness is wrong, but because it's often predictable, exploitable, and costly. 500 years ago, Niccolò Machiavelli watched good men fall one after another for the same reason. They chose to be liked when the situation demanded control. Machiavelli lived in a world where betrayal wasn't shocking, it was expected. Renaissance Italy was ruthless. City-states fought constantly. Alliances lasted only as long as they were useful. In that world, being nice wasn't seen as virtue. It was seen as an opening. Machiavelli understood human nature clearly. Most people don't reward kindness with loyalty. They reward it with demands. The more you give, the more they expect. Machiavelli never argued against goodness. He argued against performative kindness, niceness without boundaries. A good person has principles. A nice person has habits. Nice people say yes when they should say no. They explain when they should stay silent. They forgive when they should remember. And over time, that pattern trains others how to treat them. Power erodes not from cruelty, but from unchecked accommodation. Machiavelli's most famous and misunderstood idea is this: it is better to be feared than loved, if one cannot be both. This isn't a call to tyranny. It's a warning about reliance. Love is conditional. Fear, when grounded in respect and consequence, is stable. Nice leaders depend on affection. Powerful leaders depend on predictable consequences. When people know crossing you has a cost, they hesitate. When they believe you'll always be forgiving, they don't. Here's the irony Machiavelli noticed. Niceness doesn't even guarantee appreciation. Over time, people take it for granted, grow entitled, and lose respect. Because niceness removes tension. And tension is what creates boundaries. Without boundaries, authority collapses quietly. By the time a nice person finally pushes back, it feels shocking, even unfair. That's how power is lost without a fight. Machiavelli didn't admire cruelty for its own sake. He admired control. He believed a ruler should be calm, not emotional. Be measured, not reactive. Be firm, not harsh. Power comes from selective force, not constant softness. Sometimes the kindest thing long-term is to be firm short-term. Nice people avoid discomfort now, and pay for it later. Machiavelli's truth is uncomfortable because it clashes with modern ideals. The world does not reward intentions. It responds to behavior and boundaries. If people know you'll always be nice, they plan around it. If they know you can be unforgiving, they tread carefully. That awareness alone changes everything. You don't need to be cruel. You don't need to be heartless. But if you want power, influence, and self-respect, you must stop confusing niceness with virtue. Machiavelli's lesson is simple. Be fair, be calm, be controlled. But never be so nice that others forget there are consequences to crossing you. Because in the end, power doesn't belong to the kindest person in the room. It belongs to the one who is respected enough not to need to explain themselves.